Hello, music lovers and conversationalists. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm doing another contest entry, and this one is for Rick over at Rick and Records, who is having a push to 300 subs. And I recently discovered his channel through um, Tony over at Two from the Trunk, and checked out his channel, and he has a lot of cool videos. And I think he's right now at 150 subs, and he's gonna keep the contest obviously going until he reaches 300. And from the content that he puts out, I have no doubt that he'll surpass that in no time. And for this particular video, he wants us to show 5 albums in which we have doubles of, and I am guilty as charged, like a lot of you, I'm sure, that have doubles and triples. There's no, and in this case, the 5 albums I have that are duplicates are really no rhyme or reason, I should say. The first one is one of my all-time favorites. She's definitely on the top of the list right now for artists that I would love to see, and it is none other than Joan Jett. And I have not one but 2 copies of her debut album. This is the most recent one that I picked up, and it's a lot cleaner, and it sounds amazing. But I was just happy to see that sitting in my record store on a recent record shopping spree, if you will. The next one is a blues artist from Mississippi whose debut album won, I think, like 7 or 8 blues music awards, and also I believe he was nominated for, and I think he won a Grammy, and he's just taken off into a whole nother world when it comes to his popularity in the blues world. And I think with artists like him, who are in their early 20s, I think he's like 21, 22, maybe 23, they're going to be around for a while and carry the blues mantle, so to speak. And it is none other than Christone Kingfish Ingram with his debut album Kingfish. And as you can see, this is signed, and it says, "To Steve, feel better, Kingfish." And the story behind that is every so often, or more often than not, I will get really bad migraines, and it really just shuts me down for the rest of the day. And unfortunately, when he was coming through the New England area a few years before the pandemic, I was not able to see him because I had a bad migraine. And my buddy George, who I mention on the channel a lot, that I go to shows with, he's my concert brother and brother from another mother, got me a signed copy from Kingfish. So this is the first copy, and the second copy, which is still sealed, and I'm gonna keep it that way. I don't think I have any other copies of this sealed or unsealed. I didn't find any, but those are the 2 from Christone Kingfish Ingram. He is really the new king of the blues in my mind, and I think the blues will be all right for a long time with him and his career, and I'm excited to see where he's going. The next one is an artist that I've mentioned more than a handful of times. He's one of my favorite blues guitarists of all times, and I've had the privilege of seeing him on several occasions with my concert brother George, and it is the great Mike Zito from Texas. And this album, if you're looking for an album to explore and really hear Mike Zito's sounds, this one is a tribute to Chuck Berry, and he recruited a whole bunch of blues artists on this record, and really zoom in there for you. Some of the names on here are Walter Trout, who you may know of, who played with John Mayall and the Blues Breakers. You have Sonny Landreth, the great slide guitarist, Tinsley Ellis, Albert Castiglia, who is currently touring with Mike on the Blood Brothers tour, promoting their new album on Gulf Coast Records, which Mike is co-owner of. And Blood Brothers is a fantastic album, and I'll be doing a Friday First episode on that soon. So there's my shameless plug. So, and it's just a phenomenal rock and roll album, and a real awesome tribute to Chuck Berry. And I think this would be a good start for people who are interested in finding out about Mike Zito and his sound. So the other one I have of his is, again, it's still in the shrink, not opened, and just a really awesome album. Next up is a California-based blues musician, and I was fortunate to see him earlier this year. I think it was in late spring, early summer. This is yet another Alligator release, and it is from the legendary bluesman Tommy Castro. And this is a phenomenal album, and it's called A Bluesman Came to Town. When I first listened to it, it really sounded like it was a concept album in a way. And it just has some really great tunes on it. So if you're looking for something different, I strongly recommend that. And also I have a signed copy from Tommy Castro when I got to meet him at the show up in New Hampshire. And I love the album cover. It's one of my favorites of recent blues releases. And last but not least, I just mentioned his name a few minutes ago when I talked about Mike Zito. This next artist is, again, in my top 3 or top 5 of blues guitarists of all time and guitarists of all time. I've seen him several times with his own band, and a couple of times now, probably 3 times with Mike Zito. And this is Albert Castiglia. This is his latest release off of Gulf Coast Records. He won a Blues Music Award for it, and it's just a return to his gritty blues style form, and it's just an excellent blues album, blues rock album that should be in your collection. Albert Castiglia is a true blues man. He cut his teeth when he started playing with Junior Wells, and then went off on his own, and the rest is history, so to speak. And this is a signed copy of the latest I Got Love off of Gulf Coast Records. And this is just an excellent album. And I think I want to say Albert's second solo album with Gulf Coast. His first one was Masterpiece, which is an awesome album, one of my all-time favorite albums in any genre. So check out I Got Love by Albert Castiglia off of Gulf Coast Records. And those are my 5 albums that I have duplicates of. Again, this was just a random selection of duplicates that I had, and I thought I'd enter the contest for Rick, who is definitely got a great channel, and I'm glad that I discovered it through Tony over at Two from the Trunk. So Rick, I know you're gonna do well in this push for 300, and I have a feeling you'll get there in no time, and I can't wait to watch more of your videos. Thank you for having this contest, and thank you all for watching, and have a great day, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.